This video is brought to you from Soundcore by Anchor Indonesia. Just when I thought we've had our budget recommendation of the year, Soundcore came out slamming the door with two new earbuds, still very affordable, but you get ANC transparency and a very interesting design refresh. Hit the thumbs up if you're excited and let's get started right now. Selamat pagi, good morning everyone, Kenneth here and welcome to my product showcase for the Soundcore R50i NC and A30i. Basically, these are the latest iteration to the popular earbuds I've reviewed before, but let me say it again, with this feature set and the fact that it's not even 20 bucks in Indonesia, it's almost too good to be true. Anyway, special shout out to Soundcore by Anchor Indonesia for making this video possible, but as always, I write my own script, so everything is my own honest opinion. My full disclosure is down below, as well as the affiliate links to get them, especially for those my Indonesian friends. These are launching on May 25th, so make sure to get the special launch price on your favorite marketplace. And with that said, let's check out the first model that I'm most excited about, the Soundcore R50i NC. So, what's better here on the NC? Well, the most obvious one is the ANC and transparency. In general, the system here is very close to the more expensive P40i. We got auto noise reduction on both modes, we got adaptive ANC as well, although do note that adaptive here means it listens to the surrounding noise and adjusts the ANC strength mode accordingly. So in terms of ANC performance, it does get quite close to the P40i here. It blocks low rumbly noise very well and start to reduce the mid-range, which is people chatter and music in the background. Of course, the P40i still has the edge when it comes to lowering that mid-range more. And just as a comparison, my longtime ANC recommendation, the Liberty 4 NC, still has the edge because it actually listens and adjusts the anti-noise frequency according to the outside noise, which is what I call a true adaptive noise cancelling. Still, the end result in the R50i NC is a clean noise reduction without any noticeable hissing or drowned in water feeling. It's a much more polished version of the Moondrop Space Travel ANC that could easily catch wind noise even when you're walking inside a shopping mall. Moving on, the transparency mode here is quite natural. It's not the most open, but it doesn't make the outside noise louder than it actually is. It works for daily use and you can also use it with only one earbud. Just as importantly though, the Soundcore app allows you to set different control scheme for one earbud use case and two earbuds use case. There's single, double, triple tap and hold gestures to customize, which very quickly can be set to give you complete control over your music. And you can turn off touch tone and low battery prompt when needed. And hear this, we have multi-point connection at under 20 bucks on top of the mountain of features we already have. Really, this is the earbuds that we've dreamed about since the very first moment I started reviewing budget true wireless earbuds. And now that Soundcore is delivered, I really have nothing more to say. Well, except they kept on delivering more goodies. Firstly, the fresh redesign here. We've got a new green color apart from the usual pastel color options, which are still amazing. And focusing on the earbuds now, these are much smaller, just as long as a part of my pinky finger, but it still packs 10 hours of battery with more than 3 extra charges in the case. Of course, when you use ANC, we're looking at around 8 to 9 hours, but that's still crazy how much they packed into this tiny little thing. So it goes without saying that build quality is amazing. The lid doesn't feel cheap at all. All the materials used here, it's just typical Soundcore. They really focus on that. But one change that's actually my favorite ever here is the phone holder. It first appeared on the P40i, which was this small bit that you flip inside the case, but on the R50i NC, you pop up the entire bottom part of the case instead. This makes it that much more stable to put phones on, and most importantly, you don't need to take the earbuds out to use the phone stand, and that's such a game changer. I really can't believe how much wins we're getting for just $20 here. Now hit the thumbs up if you've been enjoying the video so far, and we're going to talk about sound quality and mic tests in a bit, but let's quickly go through the most important features of the A30i here, which is a very unique product, basically modeled after a lipstick, and I think that says everything. I have to say, this very compact case, for sure my wife will love it. The small footprint fits perfectly in her relatively smaller bags, and I can see it being a conversation starter when someone pulls this out, reveal an earbud inside, and everyone will be like, this is not even 20 bucks. Again, build quality is amazing and actually stays open even when I hold it up and shake it a little bit. And moving to the earbuds, these actually reminds me of the Galaxy Beans, Galaxy Buds Live. Having said that, these do fit comfortably. The touch sensor is perfectly responsive, and it's got all that exact same features as the R50i NC, so I won't repeat all those again, except because of the stemless design, the mic is not closer to your mouth. The experience will be lesser here, just like any pill-shaped earbuds in general. Fortunately, ANC is just as good as the R50i NC, but keep in mind, you have to wear the earbuds properly, which is in a vertical position, not horizontal like most earbuds of the shape. Touching transparency mode real quick to describe it simply, the sound of people talking sound exactly the same like R50i, which is pretty good. But it's not as good in passing through the environment noise for that situational awareness. Especially when you start talking, you'll hear more of your own voice because these fit deeper into the ear canal. Some of the other things you need to know first is with less space comes less battery. And we're looking at around 7 hours playtime without ANC, so around 6 hours with ANC. And the case only provides around 2 more charges here, which is understandable. I mean, where do they even have space to put the battery? But overall, it's still not a bad number at all. Unlike the Moondrop Space Travel that is borderline unacceptable at just 4 hours without ANC. But secondly, because the shape of the earbuds are the way it is, every time you take the earbuds off your ear, you will definitely touch the earbuds once or twice, especially on the single tap trigger. So I personally recommend leaving it empty so it won't trigger anything. But on the upside, since the earbuds are planted inside the ear already, these are probably one of the most comfortable earbuds to use when lying sideways on the bed. Alright, I've kept you waiting for this. Do subscribe if you found this video helpful so far, and let's talk about sound quality. As always, to give you a good idea, I'm going to compare these to my top under 20 picks, and let's start with the most popular one, the Moondrop Space Travel with Fine by Taeyeon. This is a pop song that focuses on the vocal and the acoustic guitar a lot. And starting with the R50i NC, I think the default EQ is pretty good with the usual bassy and warmer sound you'd expect from Soundcore. And I tried to make a custom EQ that looks like this. I wanted to increase the vocal presence a little bit and reduce the bass. As always, you can try it out and go from there, but I think it's perfectly fine to stick to its strength, which is the default EQ, delivering that thumpy bass. On the other hand, the A30i just by default come with a brighter and more V-shaped sound, and my custom EQ again reduces that bass to let the treble shine more, and it achieves that to great result. Taeyeon's voice comes out clearly, you can hear the crisp strumming of the acoustic guitar, and at the same time the bass still hits very strong. I really like how this sounds actually, although if you find it too bright, you can always reduce the 3.2 kilohertz to 0 or -2 decibel and reduce the higher frequencies as needed. But compared to the Moondrop Space Travel here, I think it comes down to the word balance, because we're getting a more natural and laid back vocal presentation instead. So the trebles are not as fatiguing and the bass is a bit less dominant but still quite strong to drive the beat. Most importantly, the sound imaging. You feel the vocal is better placed in the middle with instruments separated to the back better than the others. So this still wins when it comes to pure sound quality, but I think when it comes to overall things considered, all the features, these pulls ahead much more nowadays. Alright, last but not least, I wanted to bring how these compare to the Soundbeats Clear. I'll take another song by Lucas Graham, Don't You Worry About Me. Really love the vibe of this song, especially the bass line, and surprisingly, the R50i NC with my custom EQ sounds quite close to my custom EQ of the Soundbeats Clear. The vocals are not too in your face, but it's still clear enough to enjoy. The difference is just the bass, because the R50i NC, you cannot really lower it any further. It's just Soundcore thing. It hits more every beat, it plays well in this song, whereas on the A30i, this gives a really clear vocal with just as thumpy bass, and at the end of the day, I think it's a matter of preference of what sound you prefer. Generally, they all sound great for 20 bucks. One thing I haven't mentioned here is actually the volume, and I'm happy to say that both Soundcore here is around 20% louder than both Moondrop and Soundbeats, so you only need 50% on the Soundcore, whereas the rest needs to be pumped to 70%. Also, so far connectivity has been strong, although do note that there is no gaming mode on both Soundcore models here. And yeah, last but not least, let's check out the mic test right now and see how they perform. Alright, welcome to the microphone test, everyone. We are now with the Soundcore R50i NC. What do you think of the sound quality? And right now, this is not the loudest thing on earth, but we do have like quite large AC outdoor machine running right now. So what do you think? So yeah, let's switch over to the A30i now, and we'll see how it performs. All right, so here we are now with the Soundcore A30i. What do you think of the sound quality? And this is, I don't know what to say. Just like let's talk a little bit longer, just to give you more idea of what this will sound like. And yeah, let's switch over to the phone microphone now, and we'll see how this noise actually sounds like. Okay, so here we are with the phone microphone right now, so you can listen to how this situation sounds like. There's a little bit of like AC noise right here, so yeah, hopefully that gives you a good idea of how these performs. Like, just listen to all the recordings and they sounded pretty good. Definitely better than most other like $20 earbuds. But yeah, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. And here are 2 more videos for you to check out. Don't forget to use the affiliate links below when buying any of these stuff. And that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kenneth. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.